Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Steps Basic, and welcome to a very special episode of my community show. It's my community show for you, baby. Yes, it's a little special today, because guess what today is? If you don't know, then it's, hopefully you don't have a significant other who's about to string you up for not knowing, because it's Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what is supposed to be one of the most romantic days of the entire year. Now, I know. People are like, why are you going to save all your romance for just one day? No. That's not what Valentine's Day is about. Valentine's Day is just going that extra mile. Now, yes, admittedly, Valentine's Day does not have a good past because, it comes from a strange thing where somebody does things and stuff and craziness, and then the Hallmark company got a hold of it, and now they just charge you money so you could send cards and stuff to your loved ones. But I like to circumvent that and do other stuff. But anyway, that's not important. Today, Valentine's Day. It's the holiday of love, right? Probably what everyone considers is probably the most least important holiday. The most least important. It's weird. But anyway. But I, for one, am a big fan of romance. I know my storied past with romance and love and stuff is pretty... But I still a big fan. I still love me some romance. I still love love, And I can't help it. I wanted to put together a video for you today about love, while still staying within the bounds of my binding contract of video games and stuff. So what better way to do that than to draw attention to some of the best romances in video game history? At least according to me. Now, I know, you guys are going to be like, oh, I know Mario and Peach, I know Zelda and Luigi. Zelda and Link there. I don't know who Zelda and Luigi are, but hopefully they have a good romance. But, no. For two main reasons. One, nobody ever says that Peach and Mario are married except for the fans. Nobody ever says that Link and Zelda are having a relationship except the fans. Everybody else, the people who actually make these stories, they don't have a romance at all. Well, maybe Peach and Mario, but honestly it's more just Stockholm Syndrome than anything else. She gets kidnapped and Mario's like, fine, I'm coming, my dear Peach. Boing. I'm going to go murder half a kingdom just to rescue you, my princess. It sounded like Dr. Zoidberg for a second there. But anyway, so yeah, they're not in my list. Mostly because, well, they don't really fit into a good romance for me. Now, I know. There's a lot of romances, and there's been so many couples hooking up in video games, you're like, wow, this is going to be an extensive list. But no, I'm only picking 5. Mostly for 2 reasons. 1, well, I wanted to keep it short, and 2, it was a lot harder than I thought to think of 5 romances in video games. I thought it would be easy, but it wasn't. But anyway, let's get into the list. First, number 5. You guys are going to look at me like I'm crazy, but... not my lowest rank on the top 5 is actually Final Fantasy VII. Yes, I know. You're like, why isn't this number 1? You loved Aeris and you loved Cloud and everything. It was a triangle. I guess technically it wasn't really a triangle. It was more like one person loves this guy loves that other person sort of thing. You need a third wall to close it up so the other person has to love the third person, but we're not going to get into that. That's just weird. Aerith didn't love Tifa. But I loved it, but for like several reasons I just couldn't fit it into like the best romances of all gaming time. It only makes it on the list because it's part of my favorite game, and it was really tragic. And it hits you right in the heart. Right in the heart, right in the tick of my son. Oh gosh. And yes, arguably, the same thing should apply to them as what applies to Mario and Peach and Luigi and... not Luigi. Link and Zelda. I.e., nobody actually said that they were in a relationship, except the fans. But yeah, I'm a little biased. What can I say? Now, number 4. Another tragic, another ill-fated, another Final Fantasy romance with none other than Tidus and Yuna from Final Fantasy X. Yes, oh my god, if you played this game, spectacular. But Final Fantasy X, one of my favorite romances. It was a romance that spanned not only one game, but 2. First, we have the ill-fated summoner who must sacrifice her life to save Spira. And then once we throw that into the fan and say nuts to you, Yunalesca, it becomes the ill-fated dream to end and leave us with no Tidus. Yes, this romance was doomed from the start. Even freaking Lulu and Waka and everybody was telling him, no, don't do it. Don't love people. You're gonna die, you fools. But of course, you can't stop love. Love will find its way. It's crazy like that. Oh, but that moment in the pool when they're just hugging and she's crying like, oh God. I get misty eyes just thinking about it. Oh, but I loved it. I loved every moment of it. And in the second game, she's like, I need to find Tidus. I know he's alive. He must be alive. Of course, she's not. Because he was just a dream. He never existed. He was just a dream of the faith. Technically, he was a summon. That's weird if you think about it. But anyway, that leads us to number 3. My third favorite romance of all of gaming history. And yes, it's another Final Fantasy. I swear, I'm not going to make this whole list Final Fantasy. I swear. But Lulu and Waka from Final Fantasy X-2. Not 10, because in 10, it was the build-up to the relationship. It wasn't a romance yet. But it was definitely building up to one. And little did you know, it was going to be a powerful one. Because when you move into Final Fantasy X, Lulu's got a bun in the oven, Waka's going to be a daddy, and oh my god. Now, of course, I have to say 10 too, because that's when the romance officially began. Well, technically it happened between the two, but we're not going to go into that. But in 10 is where you see it all building up. Now, Waka, he doesn't want to get into it. He doesn't want to start a relationship with Lulu on account of the fact that his brother Chapu, you remember Chapu? Yeah, he was dead. But he was in love with Lulu. But it's like Waka, he's like, I can't do this to her, man. I can't hurt her. I can't defame my brother's memory. It's just bad. But then, you know, they got to be happy. Love was in the air, and love found a way for our intrepid blitzballer and our black mage to find a way. There was ice, and there was lightning, and there was fire, and then there was babies. That's how it happens. Yep. But anyway, that's enough about Final Fantasy. Let's move away from Final Fantasy. Let's move into something else. Now, the Mass Effect Dragon Age worlds, they offer you a lot of selections for romances. So technically, I could have literally picked this entire list from any one of those games. But anyway, no, I picked one from Dragon Age Inquisition. I love this romance. And you may be thinking to yourself, it must have been that one with the dwarf, right? No, that was weird. Iron Bull? Heck no, man, that's just insane. No, I picked the romance with Josephine. You may be asking yourself, but there's steps basic. Isn't the whole point of those things so you can get to the nudie bits? No. Romance is not about nudie bits. It's a part of it, but not about the nudie bits. The important part is love. Love is what makes a romance good. And Josephine, that was a true, pure romance. Because if you work for her love, you'll want for nothing else. It's very satisfying, and yes, much like a real life love, it's difficult to get. Because if you mess up, that's it. Josephine ain't gonna take you back, buddy. You're gonna get killed. Well, not killed, but you're gonna get shut out. Nope, shut that door. But that's why I love this one. That's why it ranks up there as number 2 on my favorite romances of all gaming history. Now, back in the day, romances were a little bit harder to get. Because, you know, you only got so much to work with. And if they were a romance, it was something straightforward like this prince has to go rescue the princess from the tower. All these, what do you call them? Social norms, I guess you'd call them. But this leads me to one of my favorite romances. Easily the top of this list. And yes, I hate to break it to you, it's another ill-fated romance. And yes, you may be asking yourself why I picked this one. Am I trying to virtue signal? Am I trying to say that I love this one just because it's different? No. Again, I love the Josephine one because it was a pure romance. But I love number one, the romance between Ellie and Riley, because it was pure. Yes. Ellie and Riley from The Last of Us DLC Left Behind, they make a cute couple. But more than that, they know each other. More than that, it's an easy romance. And yes, I know, in a zombie apocalypse, it's not really all about the romance. But in this case, it was. And that's what makes this one more important. Because in a world of death, in a world of hate, in a world of people killing people and zombies killing people and zombies getting killed by people, in a world of death, in a world of hate, in a world of anger, loss, and misery, these two kids, they find love. They find love and they get together and they have what is arguably the best date that they will ever expect to have. Yes. I picked this relationship because it is representative of more than just their love, but representative of the entire human race. Because love is strong. Love will power us through everything. And if you use your power, if you rely on hate, you will fall before the power of love. And if you think you're using hate because you love, you're wrong. Because love doesn't hate. Love is power. Love is strong. And love is only love. And that is why top of my list is Riley and Ellie. Because those two had the purest, most beautiful love I've ever seen. And yes, it had to end tragically. And yes, it will forever hold a part in my heart. But, alas, all good things must come to an end. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember, don't give me a like. Go like your loved ones. You can't really go poke their like button. That's not, that. I didn't mean to sound like that. Anyway. Go out there, spread the love, love your loved ones. If you don't got anyone to love, then love people you don't love. I know that sounds weird. You don't have to go out and find somebody to love for Valentine's Day. If you love, love yourself. If nobody else will love you, love you. You love you. I haven't had somebody to love in years. But anyway, I've been alone for a long time, and I still think that there's hope for love in this world, and I say fight for it. Love. Be happy, enjoy each other, and go out there and have a good day. But anyway, tune in next time. I'm going to be doing my Friday show still, but I just had to do a Valentine's Day for you. But anyway, until then, tune in next time. And yeah, good night.